Greetings, this is Vane and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris, where we've got a massive galaxy of 1,000 stars and we're down here.
Research complete. System survey complete. System survey complete. System survey complete. System survey complete.
Men's ragged planes of shadow drift across Rapix's V2's face. They are cast not by clouds but sheets of organic material drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere, hinged, or rather jointed, to allow a small degree of articulation. Science Officer Pocky Dijalot is as yet unwilling to say whether these things are flora or fauna, or what possible purpose, if any, their elaborate shadow casting may serve. The scientists have set their camps on the edges of the glossy frozen lake. Under sufficient light, one may catch glimpses of spectral towers underneath. They grasp upwards from the lake bed like steadfast tendrils. Our less experienced crews are still adjusting to work in such biting, sterile cold. Despite this, our excavations have proceeded swiftly. We have exposed numerous airlocks, all designed for primitive submarine vessels. There is, as yet, no signs of the vessels themselves. Whether it tells the inhabitants stayed or fled, every one of its docks was left empty. Keep digging. Okay, keep digging. We should invest further in these ice-breaking techniques. Okay. Crater on ZL1T668 exhibits long irregular marks imprinted into the relatively soft upper layers of the asteroid. Science officer Sok Bakurab has discovered some interesting unexpected wreckage from the edges of the depression. Wheeled vehicles, seemingly personal transports rather than research craft. The crew of the SCS Dijolsk speculate that the crater may have once been used for sport, with some alien species pitting their personal locomotion devices against each other in tests of mechanical strength or speed in near zero G. Vroom.
Construction complete.
While conducting surface scans of Rapix 11A, Science Officer Pocky Dalla and the crew of the SCS Dipolog discovered what appears to be an artificially carved slab of rock covered in alien writing. They have not detected any further signs of alien activity on the moon. Exactly how this mural came to be here is a mystery. They prepared a special project to translate the text.
Situation log updated. System survey complete.
Another election, let's see who wins.
Special project complete.
The archaeological expedition we sent to Takia 11A has returned. Very little remained at the First League research base they were sent to investigate, but judging by its isolated location, we suspect the research conduct there was of a dangerous nature, possibly involved with dimensional travel or advanced bioweapons. Recovered data disks from the Academy of Sciences offered some insights into how the scientific community of the First League was organised. Interesting find.
Construction complete.
The silhouettes disassembled from orbit are indeed buildings, and the closer expected to be an obvious martial nature. While abandoned for some time, for breakthrough, though very recently on a galactic timescale. Science Officer Tickby Turek believes that secrets of alien tactics may yet be exhumed from beneath the dust that covers decaying barracks and looted armories. Special projects may be issued to study the remains. That this outpost is dead and buried speaks volumes. Temporary refraining from preventing certain emissions from our
project complete.
Vessels react to cause in the immediate vicinity of space meteors flux seem to be enough to not arouse their ire. With this new protocol in place, they no longer pose a threat. We've been able to study them at close range. Excellent. Space meteor is non-hostile.
Research complete.
Genetically old version of silicon-based bacteria could potentially be mutated to regenerate non-organic materials.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
A micro singlet recently intersected Uran Tok 1, passing
System
straight through the
survey
core
complete.
and emerging on the other side of the planet. The encounter does not seem to have caused any permanent damage, but it has altered the energy output of the planetary core slightly in a way that defies our current scientific models. Further study may be warranted.
Research complete.
We have identified the existence of points of space where a ship expends less energy to breach their way into a hyperlane. This will lead to a new generation of hyperdrives.
System survey complete.
Protests are springing up across Scyldari. These large and colourful assemblies have gathered the support of a singularly frivolous issues, from the right to hold public dances inside financial institutions to the colours should be painted onto our defence platforms. These protests are not violent, but they are noisy. Some of the civic service of Scyldari has been placed under strain by the disruption. Same cannot be said for the general public, however, who, rather than being inconvenient, seem instead to be enjoying the quirky demonstrations. We should get to the bottom of this. Got the rise of the manifesti. As we continue to remove large sections of ice from around the various icebound habitats, our scientists at the docking tower have discovered a primitive commuter terminal. Its brittle metal casing appears to have been chewed upon. The terminal booted up correctly after some minor repairs. Large parts of the habitat's data network remain offline, but we can infer a great deal from local caches of stock manifest personnel files and what appears to be a stash of mission logs. Intriguing. Protests on Scyldari have ceased almost as suddenly as they began. Rumours about their origins abound, but many whispers speak of a group called the Manifesti. This enigmatic collection seems to be responsible for a number of provocative art projects in recent years. The subject matter every bit as spurious as the issues we're seeing protested on Scyldari. Let the players have their fun.
Construction complete.
Science officer project has managed to be partially translate the alien mural discovered on Ratprix 2A. The text contains a staggering amount of data, and the mural seems to serve some sort of low-tech library. It describes in broad terms the collective technical knowledge of an alien civilization that dominated this region of the galaxy some 80 million years ago. A lot of it's already known to us, but the data does contain several promising leads for technologies we have yet to consider. There's enough data here to keep our scientists busy for decades, but we will need an orbital research facility to continue the translation efforts.
System
Council
survey
agenda
complete.
ready.
It's the first this dialect has taken root within our art centres and the educational institutions. The origins lie in another project penned by the Manifesti. Linguists note that this so-called Uzlurp speak, all words relating to our economy have been replaced with expressive grants. More worryingly, its many and colourful insults seem to derive from the names of prominent military figures. This has drawn formal complaints from the individuals' families. Keep an eye on this for now. Speaking Uzlurp.
System survey complete.
The mineral cluster is a holographic record, multi-sided, many-edged and translucent. It remains secure in the SCS Jalskis tractor beam, but our experts will need some time to decode its contents. A special project has been issued to expedite this process.
Situation log updated.
The Manifesti have unveiled their most public expedition to date, a new and extremely interactive experience on Scyldari invites visitors to manipulate reflections and images of themselves and create distorted collages of their political figures, some from other galactic empires. The critics held these pieces casting a necessary and harsh light upon our sense of self. The expedition also inspired a number of other satirical works, both on domestic issues and on pan-species relations. Debate amongst our social researchers is lively. More conservative voices urge caution. Diplomatic disaster waiting to happen. What a bold statement. We'll go with a bold statement. A discarded cargo pod was left by someone in the upper atmosphere of Seb 2 long ago. It has somehow escaped the notice of other spacefarers, and its decay in orbit means it would have been lost in the gas giant's crushing atmosphere within another few years. When the crew of the SCS just unsealed the pod, they found a stash of alien jewelry made out of precious metals. Okay, we can melt them down, sell them, or study their construction. Okay, what have we got here?
Research complete.
Increased automation of station functions will free up more staff for research duties.
Ships upgraded.
So to identify an anomaly in the gravity well of VR438, this SCS-3 has discovered the shattered wreckage of an ancient ore super freighter buried deep within the asteroid's crust. It must have carried a full load when it crashed, and the asteroid's mineral wealth has been revised accordingly. The holographic data documents the terms and conditions for a trilateral trade treaty between three major alien powers as one has dominated this quadrant of the galaxy. Context eludes us as to the details are meaningless, but Science Officer Sok Bikurab feels that this will prove invaluable to improving our own ability to communicate with alien forces.
Construction complete.
During its survey of Fahori 5, the SS discovered an previously unknown strategic resource dubbed Zero. It is an extremely rare aerosol of exotic particles that appears to have been deposited here through a meteor impact, but its true origin is a mystery. When ingested by psionically gifted individuals, this aerosol should act as a very potent and potentially addictive drug that enhances psi abilities. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation.
System survey complete.
Rumours abound that a new faction may be formed, inspired by so-called manifestism. Its proponents speak of the contradictory and bizarre causes, such as free movement of rivers and greater personal autonomy for munitions. Existing factions complain that their own events have been disrupted by the manifestists, whose spurious crews are interfering with the acts of everyday governance. Interesting. New factions recently gained traction in the internal political landscape of the Scyldari Confederacy. They call themselves the Manifesti Praxis. Members have sparked colourful protests on various anarchic issues, demanding a more expressive and egalitarian society. Okay. Manifesti. Okay. Not that I understand any of that.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
The magnetic field of Shirak Vane experienced a complete reversal while it's been observed by the SCSD Pollock. Sphere events has interchanged the position of the planet's magnetic poles. Fortunately, it was recorded by the sensor ship, providing their scientists with a lot of valuable data. Yay!
Research complete.
Our knowledge of the ancient settlement on Chasm 3 deepens, but so too does our concern. What we have recovered remains of a frontier colony, a remnant of a civilization so long forgotten we cannot even discern their name. When seas were a more dominant feature of this world, disparate groups of settlers were brought from their home world and conscripted into pioneer submarine crews. Their goal, to establish colonies and exploit the planet's natural resources. Their reality, however, was one of unchecked biological experiments, radical political change and significant peril fending off hostile flora and fauna. Sensor logs from a navigation buoy appear to have tracked one such crew en route to a nearby outpost. We believe their vessel may still be there, trapped in the ice, along with a cache of useful materials. Dispatch the research team. Okay. Dispatch the research team. See what we can learn about those hostile ocean dwellers. By breeding space maneuvers in captivity, we can program their symbiotic fellows to act as organic strike craft for a navy. Okay.
System survey complete. System survey complete. Construction complete. System survey complete. Research complete.
Tani Joel reports that strange sickness has been spreading among the archaeologists on Chasm 3. The first confirmed case appeared shortly after a sealed chamber was opened for the first time. A large part of the teaming capacity's progress has been delayed. Unfortunate. New generation of high drives enables accessing the subspace slipstreams that are present within hyperspace. This leads to dramatically improved drive performance. This asteroid appears to have been used intermittently as a base by a band of alien pirates roughly 1,000 years ago. A small boarding party entered the base and managed to recover their abandoned treasure hoard. It consisted largely of stolen trinkets and artifacts, but some of it still appears to be of value. These ill-gotten gains shall serve the state.
System survey complete. Research complete.
Given enough processing power, network sensors and even the ice cube can be managed to a fine level of control. Okay.
System survey complete.
Although toxic to most forms of life, Ferrari 3 supports a thriving ecology within the high pressure of its atmosphere. Life here uses ammonia instead of water as a solvent, and has developed in ways that differ significantly from previously established ecological models. Its study would greatly benefit our knowledge of xenobiology.
Construction complete. Research complete.
Orbital systems of mirrors and shades can affect dramatic changes in planetary climates when managed properly.
Construction complete. System survey complete. Construction complete. System survey complete. Research complete.
Gene tailoring. Making gene editing tools widely available is sure to have a positive impact on our development as a species. Okay.
Construction complete.
The buzz surrounding the manifesto was quiet and fading as quickly as the arrival of protests which started it. Some activists we spoke to claimed their motivation ranged from pure satire to conscientious objection. Attendance at galleries and museums has never been higher, but the public gaze has already moved on to newer, controversial groups of artists. Our sociologists continue to sift through the data they gathered during this strange moment in Scyldari cultural history. Life goes on, apparently. The very geological structure of Cormagi 4 is indeed in flux, driven by what Science Officer Mickey Diaz says is a tectonic process, as fascinating as it is esoteric. What is more interesting is the Scyldari Confederacy is that we may be able to strategically halt the planet cease this chaotic self-transformation. In short, a near-instant stabilisation of the planet into something slightly, if not entirely, more habitable is theoretically possible. Mickey Diaz estimates that an additional 200 energy credits will be needed to power a thorough mapping of the planet activity and determine the validity of what the science officer has termed a surgical terraforming strike. Actual terraforming lies beyond our grasp at present, so this is an exciting opportunity. The crew of the SES Demo are disappointed to report that the window of opportunity for terraforming Cormagi 4 has closed, despite their best efforts to identify it in time. Another opportunity is unlikely to arise for another few centuries. Unfortunate. What the SESD Pollock found on Fulcari 7A were not buildings, but surprisingly regular mineral outcroppings. Science Officer Poki Jalot asserts that these angular blocks of rocks are the product of interactions between tectonic plates. Their shapes are the result of the unusual tectonophysics inherent in the planet's crust. The perfect angularity of these thrust faults implies the possibility of aliens tampering with Horifie's crust at some point in the past. Most intriguing. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here. This has been Vane doing Let's Play Stellaris. If you like what you're seeing here, be sure to like, subscribe, share and comment. Please consider sponsoring Patreon. And until next time, goodbye.